Hello everyone and welcome to our I Pick My Butt video, more Survivor.io, and I think it's official, the game's been out long enough where we can finally make a beginner guide slash tips and tricks, whatever you want to call it. But some of these tips and tricks we'll be going over today are what some of the top players are doing inside the game. Now we're not going to really go through any certain order, I'm just going to kind of fire them out as I can remember them because that's just how my brain works. But one of the first things we need to really focus on is what is an Evo inside the game, because this always gets new players. And it's actually quite simple. Occasionally you'll see an ability that has a little marking underneath it that says Evo and then has an image next to it. That image, you need to grab that ability and get it to 5 stars, and then get the one that says Evo to it to 1 star, and later in the game you'll see something pop up which is the evolution to that. Every now and then you'll see a quest that says recycle 1 item, and pretty much you go to any piece of equipment that's been leveled up, click on it, and you'll see a little red icon on there. Click that and you'll get all your resources back. Don't worry, you won't lose your gear. And this is something that some of the advanced players do when they're really hurting for gold. When you look at your gear tab, the 3 gear items on the left are mainly going to give you attack bonuses, where the 3 on the right will give you health bonuses. So if you're able to upgrade your attack gear but don't have enough gold, go over to your health gear on the right and recycle one of them. Take that gold and then go over and upgrade the attack side, and whatever you have left, put it back into the health side. Sometimes that little bit extra attack is all you need to kind of deal with some of those enemies that won't die on the first hit. Now another thing that I like to do, which is a great way, the mini bosses. You don't actually have to kill them at all. Sounds crazy, right? If you can manage to wait till the 5-minute, 10-minute, or 15-minute mark, when the bosses finally pop up, they will kill everything on the screen, including those mini bosses, which will then drop a chest. I usually try to keep them close near me, so when the boss does pop up, I can just grab that chest right away and have an extra ranking or ability going into that boss. And when you finally kill that boss, don't run over and grab all the goods right away. Obviously, try to grab that chest, but give it a couple of seconds. The walls will actually dissolve and turn into ability energy there. You know, the stuff that kind of levels you up. Usually it turns into green stuff, but once you grab that magnet, you can suck in all those too. And if you leave the boss full health, leave that meat there. It's always a good thing to have a couple of these on the screen, so when you are at low health, you can run back to them. Just don't drift away too far. If you're managing to stay at full health the whole time, try to stay in that area until the next boss comes up. Stand below it a little bit, and when the boss does pop up, that meat should land inside the cage, meaning that you have a chance to grab it in case you take damage against the boss. When you first start off in a chapter, you're going to see those ability shards in large green and small green. Try to go for the large green. Obviously, you can grab the small ones if you have to, but don't go out of your way for them. Later, you're going to have blue ones that pop up. When those pop up, go for the blues, don't worry about the greens, and eventually you'll have yellows pop up. Go for the yellows, don't go out of the way for the blues. You can save all those other ones for a magnet when it pops up. You'll grab them anyways. Really, you want to try to kill as many enemies as you can so they'll drop more of those shards. When it comes to opening crates, don't ever spend 60 gems on the army crate. You always want to save up that 300 to try to go for the better ones. Right now there's an event going on, it's the S grade one, and that's going to guarantee an S grade piece of equipment after 50 crate openings. Yes, it sounds like a lot, but every 10 you open is going to guarantee you get at least 1 excellent. And that also goes with the EDF, although the EDF is going to have lower chances of getting an S grade. And if you are good at saving gems, try to save up that 2,680 to pull 10 items at once. That'll save you about 320 gems if I'm doing the math right. With the latest update, we got 2 new abilities, and one of them is the durian. This thing is insane. It's pretty much a big giant fruit that rolls around and squishes enemies. But if you ever find yourself getting circled in, you could use this durian to kind of break free from that circle. What a lot of the advanced players are doing is they're just running behind this thing non-stop, shooting forward, and picking up any shards that drop along the way. It really is a nice way to kind of just make sure you're getting to that 15-minute mark. When grabbing abilities, try to grab a couple that will help your weapon's weaknesses. So for example, kunai and revolver are both single target ones, so you want to try to focus more on a couple AoE type ones. On the other hand, the bat and the light chaser are both AoE style, so in that situation, try to grab some that are going to be single target ones. You really want to get in the habit of having a good mix of both versus mobs and versus bosses, otherwise you're just going to end up dead. When you unlock your patrol, this is something you want to be clicking on multiple times during the day. And you definitely want to use up all the quick earnings, the one that you watch the ad, and then the 3 that will take 15 energy. I try to pop one of those in the morning and then 2 of them right before I go to bed, but those are going to give a good amount of experience, gold, and even weapons or gear inside the game. If you're trying to get perfect abilities and you're not seeing it inside the game, force close the game and go back in. Hit the confirm, and when you go back in, you'll start maybe like a minute or so beforehand, but now you'll have a better chance of getting the ability that you want. Keep in mind though, currently you can only do this 4 times inside a run before the game crashes on you and you won't be able to go back in. Don't forget to be doing your trials. They're a great way to get gems and key evolutions, and those key evolutions can be used to upgrade the better parts of your talents. Things like Seeker, for example, where monsters are going to drop gear, is a great thing to get. The one I'm stuck on right now is getting 20% health every time you level up. Can you imagine how great that'll be? But the other nice thing about these trials too is they don't use energy, so you can play them over and over again, and this is also a great way to just use your energy on patrol and then go over and just hit a whole bunch of trials when you have the time. When upgrading the rarity of your gear, be careful when you finally get it to excellent. A lot of beginner players, including myself, will go and see if they can fuse 2 of them together and just fuse them just to have that excellent +1. But the way the game works is you're going to need 2 excellents to take it to excellent +1. When it comes time, you're going to need 2 excellent +1s to take it to excellent +2. And when you finally want to take it to epic, you're going to have 2 matching excellent +2s. So for example, you're going to have 2 of the kunai at excellent +2 in order to take it to that next rarity. So something to be cautious of. Everybody does it. If you did already, don't beat yourself up over it. Hopefully this will get you guys started and get you to the next level. We might make it an intermediate or advanced guide later on. But if you guys do want to know anything about the game, leave it in the comments or even join the Discord. Be happy to answer any questions for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, I pick my butt.